Kylie was there, but there's PDA now. Yes, they are kissing.
Ever since Kendall Jenner broke up with Devin Booker last year, everyone's been wondering just who she's going to date next. And surprisingly enough, she's recently been seen going on a date with Bad Bunny, which not everyone is happy about. And you'll never believe why. Ever since Dumois released an interesting tip that most people believe to be about Kendall, rumors have been heating up about her dating life. There was some speculation about Kendall possibly dating an NBA player, but it seems like she's changed her mind. She and Bad Bunny were first linked together last month when they were reportedly seen kissing at a private club in West Hollywood. But there's more. They were seen together again just a few days later. According to TMZ, they were seen leaving the same restaurant alongside their friends Hailey and Justin Bieber. What's interesting about this meetup is that they seemingly chose to leave at different times and even through different exits, which leads me to believe that they might definitely be trying to hide something there. TMZ broke down the exact timeline of events that night, first stating that Kendall showed up at Wally's in Beverly Hills around 8:30 p.m. Shortly after that, Bad Bunny arrived on his own just a little over 10 minutes later at 8:42 p.m. Even though we all know that Justin and Hailey are happily married, they also arrived at the restaurant alone and at different times. And the only reason that I can think of to explain that would be that they also wanted to keep a low profile. And I feel like if they were trying to do that, it was most likely to help Kendall and Bad Bunny avoid any major run-ins with the paparazzi. When they were finally finished with their date, Kendall left out of the front entrance around 11:06 p.m. Bad Bunny reportedly left out of the back entrance at nearly the same time. But interestingly enough, Justin and Hailey left out of the back entrance a whole hour before Bad Bunny and Kendall did. So it seems pretty clear that the two of them were having a pretty great date and probably wanted to continue with it, just the two of them. Based on these two sightings of the pair, it seems pretty obvious that they've been hanging out and there might be something there. That said, it might be too early to tell if it's actually romantic or not. But luckily for us, a couple of insider sources have come forward to talk more about their new relationship. A source told People that the two of them were spending a lot of time together and that they were apparently introduced to each other by a couple of mutual friends. This apparently happened not long after Bad Bunny bought a house in LA and started spending more time in the city. The source also claimed that Kendall liked him and was having a fun time with him. He's apparently different from the guys that she normally dates, which is definitely true considering the fact that Kendall typically goes for athletes. According to another source who spoke to Entertainment Tonight, the feelings are mutual. They also said that there was definitely a flirty vibe between them, but at the moment they were just enjoying each other's company. The source also made sure to stress the fact that it wasn't too serious right now and that the whole thing was just fun. But while it seems like the two of them have been having a pretty good time together lately, not everyone is all that happy to see them together. Many people are still wondering about Bad Bunny's ex, Gabriella Berlinger, who he dated for 6 years. He reportedly only broke up with her at the beginning of this year, and seeing as the two of them were together for so long, it seems pretty fast for him to already be moving on with another woman. Then again, if their relationship really is as casual as all the sources are claiming it to be, then it could be that it is just a fun rebound for him. Kendall's ex, Devin, also appeared to be pretty unhappy with their date, since shortly after she was seen with Bad Bunny, he unfollowed her on Instagram. What's even more interesting is that he also went out of his way to unfollow her BFF Hailey as well. But for some reason, he didn't actually unfollow Kendall's brand account for her adult beverage company. Despite him still following her brand, once Kendall found out about the unfollowing, she immediately unfollowed him too. But his decision seems to be a little strange considering the fact that they've been broken up for a while now. The two of them first started dating all the way back in June 2020, and even though they went through a couple of breakups during their relationship, they mostly stayed together for 2 years until finally splitting in October of last year. It didn't seem like there were any real issues between them that might have caused the breakup. Multiple sources at the time claimed that they were both just way too busy because of their jobs, and that they still had a lot of mutual respect for each other. But there was actually one thing that happened during their relationship that might make his response make a little more sense. At one point during their relationship, when they briefly broken up, Kendall shared that the two of them no longer had the same vision for the future. Another insider backed that up, telling Entertainment Tonight that they were no longer on the same page. And even though they got back together after this, it was only for a few more months before before they finally called it quits for good. So it looks like the end of their relationship might not have been so friendly. It's possible that he still isn't over her, which would explain why it seems like he's pretty bothered by her going on a date with Bad Bunny. That said, Kendall and Bad Bunny's exes aren't the only ones who seem to be unhappy with this interesting pairing. A lot of people have started talking about the infamous Kardashian curse, which is the idea that anyone who associates themselves with the family often meets their downfall shortly after. Though this isn't always true, there are enough examples to make people nervous. And considering the fact that Bad Bunny is one of the biggest artists in the music industry, it's understandable why people wouldn't be very happy about this. Not to mention the fact that the Jenner family have been problematic in the past and have had their fair share of scandals. And since Bad Bunny keeps a pretty low profile and doesn't seem to have any previous scandals, it does seem like he's entering some dangerous territory. And whatever their relationship is at the moment, there's no denying that there is something there. On the same day that he was seen at the restaurant with Kendall, people even noticed that his phone case had changed. Although that might not seem like a big deal, he seemingly switched his phone case to the same brown puffer case that Kendall has had on her phone for a while now. In fact, she had that phone case even while she was dating Devin. So, is this a clear indicator that the two of them are secretly together? Even though it's hard to tell, the matching phone cases do seem pretty interesting. Still, it doesn't really prove anything. So I guess we'll just have to wait and see what their next moves might be, and if we get any kind of confirmation about their relationship. But what do you guys think? Are you happy to see Kendall and Bad Bunny together, or do you think that the Kardashian curse is going to get him and negatively affect his reputation? Let me know in the comments below.